I'm free!
Stuff of the Week was recorded in front of a live studio audience in Hallmark Beach, California. But we got hungry.
Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 22 of Stuff of the Week.
Hello, and welcome. How are you all feeling today? Good? That's good. I like it when you feel good.
The sun is shining.
It makes me feel good inside.
It's really shining. It's really bright outside. I think my eyes are dying.
That's unfortunate. You should fix your eyes. Death is not good for your eyes. Death is not really good for a lot of things. Except for things that rely on being dead. But I don't know what those things are.
Zombies, vampires, ghosts.
Oh, right, death is good for ghosts.
Yes.
I don't like ghosts. I'm not a big fan. They're too ghostly.
Right. And they leave their ectoplasm everywhere.
Exactly, and that's just a mess.
Yeah, they're so inconsiderate.
Seriously, what jerks. Ghosts are the worst.
So, how has your life been, Hawkysu?
My life has been really busy. I've been doing so much. That's one reason why it's taken us a bajillion weeks to get back into the studio, because I was flying someplace recently, and for some reason my plane was just not going anywhere, and then I realized I was dreaming, and then I woke up and it had been a week.
Yes, that's totally what happened. You weren't having chest surgery at all. Nope.
Right, exactly. But yes, my life's been pretty good. I haven't been watching the Olympics. I watched a couple of the Olympic matches, but we can talk about that in a bit. How has your life been?
My life has been filled with lots of nightmares last night, first off.
Oh yeah, tell us about them. Tell us about your horror stories.
So there's a certain horror manga artist whose name shall not be mentioned here.
I don't know who we're referring to, so I'll just nod and say yes. I'm nodding right now.
Okay, I can see that. And even though I haven't read any of his stuff for like a year maybe, I still get nightmares about them randomly, and it's really annoying.
What happened? Were you eaten by a giant spider? Because that's just terrifying.
Right, I forgot to fix your arachnophobia. Okay. Well, do you really want to know what happened? Because it's really complicated.
I would love to know what happened.
Okay, so my first dream, I was in a bookstore, and I knew there was a shelf filled with that guy's stuff. But it was kind of nice at first, because, like, a bunch of nice people were there with me, and we were kind of goofing around and, like, leading each other around blind and stuff. And then at one point, all those people disappeared and got replaced by mean people, because that's what happens in dreams, right? Right.
Yes, I know this, because...
And then there was some weird, like, time shenanigans where, like, there was a loop of 5 iterations, and I found out I was in the 5th loop already, and the 5th loop was coming to an end. And so I was talking to the mean people and, like, my past self from the 4th loop, and I was asking them what was going to happen to me now that I was, going to be out of the time loop thingy. and they were being like all closed mouth, shut mouthed, whatever the idiom is. They were not telling me. And then this like really, really loud clock started donging. And then at some point I realized that one of the creepiest things from the manga artist stuff,
A giant spider tentacle monster.
if you want to imagine that, go right ahead, was coming for me, and I was trying to escape, and they were trying to hold me back, and then two of them in the struggle got touched by the monster, and they turned into miniature versions of it, and it was like, and then I woke up, and it was, what time was it?
It was
5 a.m.
5. Wow.
And I stayed up for an hour talking to people online, and then I tried going back to sleep, and I had another dream about being chased by a monster through a department store, and I ended up in the exact same bookstore when I woke up. And then I got up again, and it was 8 a.m., I think. And then I went right back to sleep because that dream wasn't as scary. And then I had another chase dream, except this one wasn't nightmarish, so I just slept until like noon.
Wow.
I had an eventful night.
That was... Wow.
Yes.
Huh. Wow.
My
It's
nightlife
funny
is
though.
exciting.
When you first woke up, that was roughly half an hour out after I went to bed, because I was busy playing Minesweeper.
Oh my goodness.
But I finally won. Super
Indeed.
special Minesweeper.
Indeed. And you saw all the boobs.
I saw all the boobs. Ugh, it brings me joy.
I did also play that until I finally won and went to bed. So I can't say much. It's just that I won earlier.
You started earlier, is my excuse.
Yeah. I also have a ton of experience from playing Minesweeper because my old comper, which I had for about like 2 years, took forever to boot the Windows partition. And so all I would do while waiting for like 5 to 10 minutes for everything to boot properly, I would just open up Minesweeper and just start playing it over and over and over again. And this happened every morning when I had to go to class.
Wow. So, basically, you are a mind-sweeping expert.
Indeed. No mines can get past my eyes unless I'm randomly clicking.
See, that's my problem. I'm really bad at it. Like, I'll start getting on a streak,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, I'll get it down to like 6 mines,
Mm-hmm.
and then it will be like, I have this huge line of numbers.
That's not being bad at it. That's called the game is an ass and does that to everyone.
But then, every single time I try to click away to just open up a little bit more space, I always click on the mine.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time.
Well, for me, it's whenever I see the potential for a spot building that you have to guess in,
Mm-hmm.
I just, like, as soon as I spot it, I just click in that area, and if I blow up, I blow up. If I open it up, great. So I end up, like, blowing myself up pretty early, and so I just get to play a lot more games, which means I finish faster in these situations, usually.
Mm. So, you get done first, basically.
Yeah. Because I'm just like, if there's going to be a guest situation later on, I'm just going to take care of it now. Whatever.
Ugh.
There's my Minesweeper strategy, folks.
It's a lot better than mine. So, Olympics.
Olympics. I know nothing about them.
Yeah, I find this...
We don't have them where I'm from.
Olympics is a worldwide thing. I would just like to point that out.
We don't have them where I'm from.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think Taiwan has ever hosted the Olympics. But Olympics...
I'm not even
exists.
sure we send teams, or if we're allowed to send teams.
Why would you not be allowed to send teams?
Because we're not technically a country.
That's been debated forever.
Yeah, I know.
Chinese Taipei is apparently Taiwan's team.
Oh, okay, cool.
And they have a silver in weightlifting.
Hooray.
Yeah.
I'm overjoyed.
Hey, that's pretty impressive. I mean, because of racist joke right here. And yeah.
Okay.
As of now, China is beating the U.S. by 1 medal.
What kind of medal?
Well, multiple different kinds of medals.
Okay.
Specifically gold and silver medals.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. But we have more bronze in, and bronze medals are bronze.
We're Applejack!
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see who wins. But you know what? I don't care about the overall Olympics. I only really care about fencing. And Korea has just come out of nowhere. I just
Korea was all like, wham, bam! Thank you, man.
Exactly. Korea has won in fencing, men's fencing. They have won 2 medals before this games.
In previous Olympics.
In previous Olympics, yes. They won gold in individual foil, which is the Pokemon. And they won...
Pokemon.
It's the Pokemon. It's a Pokemon.
Yes.
And they won a bronze in individual epee, which is the other Pokemon. But this one you can poke people with scratches. You can't do that in foil. You're not allowed to.
I love that that's what distinguishes them for you.
It's a good distinguishing.
Okay.
Besides, scratches is more fun to say than feet. And, so yeah. So they've won both the Pokemons. But, this time I watched them fence and the, men's team Saber, and they completely destroyed Romania. It was the gold match, and they run 45-26. Yeah. And these are like, spurts of 5 at a time before they switch out team members. I don't know why they do it like that, but they do. Which basically means Korea... There were points in time where Romania did not get a single hit on Korea.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, in like the last 15 points, there was no hit from Romania. And Romania's team, they should be better. Actually, they're supposed to be good. They were once really, really good. They are still pretty damn good, but apparently they could do better because they're in 9th place.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That is sad. So yeah, the top 3 fencing teams are Italy, Korea, and China.
I think we need to execute Romania.
Execute Romania? Why did we do that? I like Bucharest.
Okay, fine. We need to...
You just need to get rid of Korea. No offense, Koreans, but come on. Eastern European fence, that's...
Well,
that's
if we got rid of Korea, that would still leave Romania in debatably 8th place.
Okay, then we need to get rid of Japan, Egypt. We can keep Germany, Russia, Venezuela, Hungary, and the Ukraine.
Alright, it's a plan.
And Norway.
Set up the missiles after the episode.
Okay, I'll do that. I need to get the launch codes, but I can do that.
Alright.
Awesome. So yeah, Olympics. But what I actually wanted to talk about is because before we started recording, Jazelock has an interesting plan on how she would get into the Olympics.
I still don't understand what's wrong with it.
Would you just like to share your plan?
Step 1, fly to wherever the Olympics are being hosted.
In this case, London.
Yep. Go up to the front gates or doors.
In this case, I don't know.
And knock on the doors and say that you're here to enter, or I'm here to enter in this case.
Right. That is how you get into the Olympics. Yeah, I'm not going to elaborate, but that is how you would do it. So now you know. If you ever want to compete in the Olympics because you're really good at fencing, for instance, you just...
I'm really good at Minesweeper. Can I compete in that?
Do they have Minesweeping Olympics?
I hope they do. They should. I would dictate that it be made an event if they don't.
Well, They might in places that are still recovering from World War II. Or one. Or both.
Okay.
Perhaps we should move on.
Yes, perhaps we should.
Okay. Move on to what?
We could talk about weather, but I kind of covered that already. Well, unless it's vastly different weather down where you are.
Well, the only thing you need to know is that the winds have been fickle.
Oh.
At first they were good, and then they were bad, and then they were good, and then they were really bad.
Dolphins.
Dolphins, right. Insert picture. Right here. Yeah. I went sailing with one of our friends, which is the first time, like, actually sailing, not just being on a boat. And he is a good luck charm. We saw dolphins, and the picture won't show it very well because it was taken from my phone, and my phone is not very good at taking pictures. But
Dolphins.
We were right next to them.
They were molesting the boat.
They kind of were. It was disturbing.
Indeed.
So much fun though. Took forever to clean myself up from all the rust, but that's what happens when you sail.
Indeed. Yes. So, shall we move on to music?
Yeah.
Okay, cue musical interlude. This show is going to be perfect, the kind of fame of which I've dreamed since I was small. Every pony will hear my words and marvel at all that occurs. What they don't know is that I have fooled them all. This show was going to be perfect, the kind of fame of which I've dreamed since I was small. But now there's a fake wearing my face, and even Hawky's been replaced, and I don't know how we'll get through this mess at all. I need more fans for all my plans, the show is going to be great. Views, well, I'll be lying when I say that these numbers aren't essential and the show not providential. The truth is this has been a stroke of luck. No, I do not need the praise in my designs. This is just one phase. I just need all ponies minding me. Must find a way to win this, force my fate to call it quits. Hope, it's a feeling I've long missed. I mean, sure, I've escaped my prison, but not in a condition to face him down and not get torn to bits. For I know some of the things ensued since she clipped my wings. And robot Hawky is very frightening. Finally, the moment has arrived for us to see who will survive. Oh, there's no chance that he'll win. She'll end up walking off with my skin, and this podcast will be mine, all mine. What the hell did you do to my door?
Oi, Jay-Z, I got a bone to pick with you. What up?
Oh, how did you get out?
I came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
And where did you get that?
I'm a fencer. I always have a sword on me.
Oh.
Now come on, fight me like a man.
1, I am not a man. And 2, no.
What? But I just broke out of an alternate prison dimension to fight you. You can't just refuse.
Actually, I can. See? Refusing.
But that's so unfair! You got to imprison me and build a replacement and take over the show, and I don't even get to fight you? You're so mean. God. I hate you! I don't want to speak to you again!
Wow, I'm so hurt. Bored now. Hawkysu, activate defensive measures.
Activating defenses.
Holy sh... That is a good-looking killer robot.
Thank you.
I mean, look at those chiseled abs. Like, actually chiseled.
Thank you. You're not so bad yourself. For an organic.
Well, you know, I try.
Look at those arms. You must be so strong.
Spending a few weeks in a prison dimension helps. Nothing to do but train.
Oh, for the love of Hawkysu.
Yes?
Nope, sorry, Hawkybot. Don't flirt with him, capture him.
Not on my watch! Yeah! Yeah! Ah! Oh.
Yeah, in case you hadn't noticed, Hawkybot's made of metal. Quite strong metal, too. I'm proud of that.
Oh yeah, well...
Goodbye, Hawkysu. Hawky, you're alive!
Get away from me, you... You dirty word I shouldn't say.
No, Hawky, it's me, the real Jazelock.
The real... what?
Oh, retcon flashback. For you see, Hawkysu, I'm not your silly little pony friend. I am so much more. And soon this podcast and all who listen to it will be completely under changeling control.
Wow, that flashback sure was informative. But how do I know it's the real you?
I know where you live. I know about the disturbing things under your bed. I know about the embarrassing things you did a year, 11 months, and 15 days ago. I know... Oh, I know! I know about how you crashed into that candy vendor's stall your first flight, Mr. Gummy Bear Hawkysu. Good enough?
Boobs.
Huh?
Show me your boobs.
What?
I can't tell if it's the real you unless you show me your boobs. Please?
Ugh, fine.
Boobies.
Okay, if your need for boobies has been satisfied, what are we gonna do about Miss Changey Face and Robot Bodyguard back there?
Well, we do have some explosives left over. We could bring the whole building down. At least that way, if we don't win, she doesn't either.
Where in the world did we get explosives from?
Let's not get into that. Also, stay away from Canada.
Okay. How about we also have a plan that doesn't involve blowing up our entire recording studio? Recording studio's kind of expensive to replace.
Well, what if I already kinda had them placed?
In this hypothetical situation, then, how long would we have before they all exploded?
Well, see, when I push this button, the timer randomly selects a number. We can see what it is in the actual recording part of the studio.
That's currently occupied by the very non-ponies we're trying to blow up?
Yes.
Did you by any chance also install a way to turn off the explodey sequence? Please don't say no, please don't say no.
Of course I did. But, it kinda got broke.
Oh, wonderful! You know what? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. You get to face off your evil clone, I get to face off my evil clone. Sound good? Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to switch?
But then you'd miss out on the amazing lesbian wrestling action.
Ooh, I do like me some lesbians. Okay.
Good. Now all you have to do is figure out how to defeat your evil clone, who also happens to be made out of almost completely indestructible metal and is capable of manifesting chainsaw teeth, laser rockets...
I'll just wing it.
How did he get out, that little with a bucket of him in a bunker light years underground?
What's with all those beeps?
Censoring, my dear Hawkybot, censoring.
No, I mean those beeps.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I don't know. Maybe it's a bomb. Why don't you go find out?
Yes, ma'am. Sir, ma'am.
Throw into a cesspool with a safe attached to an ultimate.
Well, wie meet again, Mr. Bond.
I do not understand.
Never mind. Look, here's the deal. While those two girls are getting it on,
Oh, don't mind me. I just need to Google something. Wow, that's a lot of... okay. Okay, I've got it. Carry on.
okay. So now, while those two girls are getting it on, we're supposed to fight or something. Whoever wins gets to keep being the host.
Well, this shouldn't be too hard.
What do you mean?
I'm superior in all respects. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Excuse me?
I can do anything better than you.
Oh, girlfriend, you just said the wrong words. Hit it.
Anything you can be, I can be greater. Sooner or later, I'm greater than you. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I can translate German for my Uncle Herman.
I can translate Spanish, Japanese, and Spanish. I can sail most any boat. And so when I can float, well, so could a goat. Any note you can sing, I can sing higher. I can sing any note higher than you.
No, you... Want to just skip this part?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that only leaves one option then.
Yeah, I guess. I really don't want to, you know.
I know. Hey, you've got something on your chest.
I do? What?
Well, it looks like a spider.
Spider? What? Get it off! Get it off! System shutting down.
Well, that was easier than I expected. I wonder how Jaze is doing.
So, was it a bomb? Is it going to blow the whole place Canterlot high in an hour? How did you know? You! How did you? Oh, you were talking to your minion, weren't you? Oh yeah, sorry, he's being put out of commission right about now, so you get to play with me. You. Oh heavens, I'm terrified. This is the part where I say you should be, isn't it? Well, it would be if we weren't both trying to avoid horribly cliched lines. Well then, let me just defer to another overused trope then. You and your evil plan are going down. Oh please. Do you even know what my plan is? I assume it has something to do with Hockey and me hosting a podcast, because it sure as heck can't be because of the amazing love we display for each other. If I'd wanted to feed, I would have invaded eHarmony. No, this is so much more than me just sating my hunger. This is about influencing the minds of ponies everywhere, and bringing them under the control of changeling rule. This show has been just perfect, the kind of fame of which I've dreamed since I was small. Every pony I'll soon control, every stallion, mare and foal, who says a girl can't really have it all. Not to interrupt your diabolical solo, that was very nice, but you do realize our podcast reaches like 0.0001% of the population at a generous estimate? Well, that's because you're doing it wrong. Look at how many video views I have now. Ooh, astounding. There's so many ponies right there that you're going to influence with your extreme subtlety and propaganda skills. You haven't seen anything! This is just the beginning of my glorious plan. First, I carry on the charade of being an extremely charismatic podcast host. Then, once I have them hanging on my every word, I can begin filling their minds with pro-changeling ideas, extremely charismatic podcast host. Right. Look, you're great at building robots, you're great at whatever it is you do to open portals to alternate dimensions. How did you get out of that, by the way? Yeah, great eldritch abominable maze and all, but on the off chance that I did happen to find my way through it and stumble upon the exit, which I did, you might have wanted to lock the exit portal or, made it non-working or something, however portals work. Oh. Anyway, like I was saying, good at robot building, portal opening, looking pretty, yada. But you suck at this evil mastermind stuff. Excuse me? Seriously, you're about as subtle and manipulating as a, I don't know, giant green irradiated superhero who goes around smashing things. How dare you speak to me that way? I defeated you once, I can do it again, and more painfully this. You put roofies in my drink. Does it look like I'm about to drink something you offer me right now? Regardless, in terms of physical prowess, we're, at best for you, evenly matched. How can you possibly hope to defeat me? With this? Oh, please. What's in there? Holy water? Mace? Oh, just some vegetable oil, some dishwashing soap, some garlic juice, some onion juice. Google gave me a lot of results, yeah, so I kinda just mixed everything together. But in any case, pesticide. What makes you think that motley concoction is going to— duh? You have an insecty looking shell, insect wings, your queen is called Chrysalis. I mean, it was a gamble, but not an entirely wild gamble. Get that away from me! So here's what— Hey! Get back here! I wasn't done making demands! Fine. Okay, how long do I have before— Oh, Hockey! Hawkysu, we need to get out of this building now!
Why? We got rid of them.
Yes, but the explosives are still set to go off, like, in a few seconds.
What?
Big boom! Us dead!
Oh, Jaze. There's something I forgot to tell you.
What is it? And hurry up, we're almost out of time.
Well, I don't know how to put this in words, but I